All right, guys. Task 2 today is the Nitinol Lab. Nitinol is an alloy that is made of nickel and titanium. And the really cool thing about nitinol is that it is considered a shape memory metal because what happens is when it is made, its atoms lock into place at a certain temperature, and then when it cools down, you can then bend it into whatever shape you want. And when it heats up again, its atoms go through a solid state phase change and they revert back to their initial positions, and that causes it to go back to its original shape. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to come over here and you will see all these little bags. Each bag has a piece of nitinol in it, and it's got a little card that gives you some background information about nitinol and some of its uses. There's some really cool uses for nitinol. You'll read about some in an article that I posted on Schoology. So if you click on the Nitinol Lab on Schoology, there's an article there that you got to read to answer some of the questions. I think this is on page 25 and 26. But a couple of the uses that just off the top of my head that are pretty cool, they are using nitinol in tires for like Martian rovers, so that, you know, on Mars, if you get a flat tire, you can't really change it. So what they're doing is they're making the tires out of nitinol, and then if they like get damaged or bent out of shape somehow, they send an electrical pulse through the tire, and it springs back to its original shape. Another one that's pretty cool is they use it for medical stents, and you'll read about that, how they can insert tiny pieces of nitinol and then again hit them with an electrical impulse that causes them to expand or open up an artery or whatever they need it to do inside the body. So anyway, what you are going to do is you're going to take your piece of nitinol out of the bag, and I probably should have figured out a better way to do this. Maybe open the bag before I start filming. Anyway, whatever. Oh no. Death. Okay. So there's the nitinol, and you can bend it into whatever shape you want. You can just twist it around your finger or a pencil. You can bend it into some fancy shape, whatever. I'm just going to bend it around my finger for right now. And so there's a couple things you can do. So one tells you to take a beaker of water and put it on a hot plate and heat it up. You can let the water get really hot. And if you let the water get really hot and you drop the nitinol in the water, you'll see a very quick action. Or you can just drop the nitinol on your hot plate as it's heating up. And the hot plate is not on. So, well, it was. Oh, there it goes. And you'll see it start to change as well. So I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not going to do the whole thing. But yeah, so that's it. So basically you just need to heat it up. So like I said, you can either put it directly on the hot plate and see sort of a slow transformation, or if you want to take more time, or maybe while you're reading the article, you can let some water heat up. You don't need much, just a small beaker, maybe like a couple hundred milliliters, 150 milliliters. And you can then, when the water's really hot, you can drop it in there and it will very quickly transform. I don't know, you guys can experiment with this, you can play around with it a little bit. Just be careful because it does, especially if you put it in really hot water, it has a tendency to like spring very fast and it can actually like shoot out of the beaker. So want to remind you that you should be wearing safety glasses. So remember, safety glasses are located over here. So make sure you put on a pair of safety glasses before you do this. I've had some people experiment with this in the past, like create little springs. I actually had one that was really cool. They put it into a little spring and then like pushed it into a pencil eraser. And I don't know, you can try it, but they dropped the pencil in and something happened. Anyway, so have fun. It's a cool lab, but be careful. Don't make any messes and clean up after yourselves. You guys know where the hot plates are, and you guys know how to put them back when you're done. The nitinol, when you're done with it, just put it back in the bag from which you got it and return it up here. Okay, so that is task 2 for today. Again, once you've completed the lab, Then on the next page, there are some questions that go with the lab, and you can find the article about nitinol on Schoology. So just go to Schoology, click on the Nitinol Lab, and you'll see an article posted there. Okay, that's task 2. And this is my last video. So when you get to task 3, the QR code will take you directly to the Disney video that you have to watch. All right? Cool. Good luck, guys. Hopefully I'm alive to see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.